It's October of 2017, and microtransactions and loot crates have snuck their way into some of the biggest titles this year. Destiny 2 with silver currency and bright engrams, Star Wars with loot crates and star cards, and then Shadow of War with gold, loot chests, and war chests. Now that I've gotten my hands on Shadow of War, is it truly pay to win like people have speculated? When I hear loot box, alarms go off in my head. Most of us have seen microtransactions become a key feature in video games, and I for one am not happy about that. Some games are ruined by tilting the odds in favor of those with the biggest pockets. Overwatch, on the other hand, is one of the few games that gets this right. Playing for loot crates in Overwatch rewards you with skins, emotes, and sprays. Nothing game-breaking. Before Shadow of War launch, Warner Bros. Released a statement about their new loot chest. And I quote, "By simply engaging with the world and playing through Middle-earth Shadow of War, you earn items like gear for Talion and unique orcs for your army. These are the same items that are found in the market within loot chests and war chests. Gold merely allows you to get your hands on them immediately, cutting down some of the additional time that would have been spent winning more battles, tracking Nemesis, completing quests, and assaulting fortresses." End quote. This makes me think, hypothetically, if you want to pay, say an extra $40, you could beat the game in half the time. I thought games were meant to be played for entertainment, not paid to get something that you used to work for. With the added online multiplayer, it seems like a no-brainer that this loot feature would be pay to win and upset the balance of the game. Now let's talk about my actual experience with Shadow of War. At the completion of this video, I've only reached Act 2. So what have I learned from my 15 hours of play? To my surprise, loot chests are not game-breaking, and honestly, they and the marketplace have become an afterthought. In my first 5 hours, I was able to acquire epic and legendary gear that helped me tremendously in battles, and come to find out, loot drops are extremely common and addicting. After reaching the second zone, I was able to acquire much more powerful gear at a steady pace. I expected the loot chests to be presented more in your face, when the majority of the best gear could be easily bought. It may become that way, but so far, Shadow of War has done a great job not requiring anyone to purchase loot chests or hitting you over the head with the idea of buying one. I was pleasantly surprised. Progression was not locked behind those wretched loot chests. Marion, the in-game currency, is easily acquired. You earn it for completing quests, looting it from orcs you kill, and destroying old gear. This allows you to buy common loot chests that net you 2 pieces of gear. I bought a few chests early on, but considering you gain more powerful gear at a regular pace throughout the game, I didn't even visit the marketplace anymore. The gold chests net you 5 pieces of great gear that seem to be mostly epic and legendary drops. These are purchased using gold in-game, only gathered using real money, aka microtransactions. I was able to purchase 1 gold chest through 500 gold I was awarded without paying for it. I'm still not sure how I got it. Could have been a milestone in the game that lets you see what you could be missing out on. Sneaky, sneaky Shadow of War. In the marketplace, you can also buy war chests that net you 2 orc followers to be deployed in a region of your choosing for sieging fortresses. As cool as it sounds, I haven't seen a need to buy these chests either. The captains you dominate in-game get the job done just fine. I did, however, think I would eventually hit a paywall that would entice me to check out the loot and war chests in the marketplace, but that moment never came. If you want more epic and legendary gear, the best gear in the game, you can complete vendetta missions that award you this gear for killing orc captains that have killed fellow rangers in the community. These quests are always fun and worth the time to complete. These missions become readily available the more you play. Lastly, I heard of some reviews talk about a true ending of Shadow of War that require you to grind out your fortresses to level up your captains for a final battle against the forces of Sauron in each zone. Only after completing this grueling task will you see the final ending and the credits roll. In these reviews, they say buying the war chest right off the bat makes it easier. If that's the case, this could be the paywall I feared to see early in the game, waiting for me at the end. Overall, Shadow of War's microtransactions were nothing like I expected. Especially today, it's surprising you can actually play a game and not be hounded by something extra. I think more developers and publishers should look at Shadow of War and how they've implemented these features in an unobtrusive way. I don't agree with microtransactions and all this paid DLC, but it's nice to know some companies are actually trying to do it tastefully. So with all that said, Shadow of War is still a pay-to-win game, but only if you want it to be. This leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but that bad taste is lessened since the game isn't multiplayer focused. We are quickly on our way where these AAA titles could be purely pay-to-win, or some other type of microtransaction system that could easily upset the balance of the game. What do you think? Have you played Shadow of War? What do you think of their microtransaction system? Please leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Also, don't forget to check out our other series like The Inner Gamer On and The Inner Gamer Invades. Also, our weekly podcast every Tuesday over at theinnergamer.net. That's theinnergamer.net. This is Austin. Thanks for watching.